Last week, Justin Trudeau's government did something fairly significant that really doesn't help Rachel Notley, the NDP leader in Alberta, prepare for a spring election. So I want to lay this out for you. Last week, Justin Trudeau's government announced something called Just Transition. They said that they are intending to table legislation that would transition workers in the energy sector into other fields of work. Now, they had virtually no details on what this meant, but the interesting thing is this might ironically help elect Danielle Smith in Alberta. And I've written an article on how and why this can happen. The link is in the video feed. Click on it. Please read it, and also please share it. So briefly, this just transition thing, there was a poll that came out just before Christmas that suggested that Rachel Notley has a chance of forming government in Alberta. But there's a group of people in Alberta that are swing voters that actually care a lot about the energy sector. So the trick for Rachel Notley is going to be to convince these voters that she actually supports the energy sector. The problem for Rachel Notley is that the federal NDP, who they are formally linked with, and again, I get into this and exactly how that is in the article, so read it. The federal NDP actually made it a condition of their bargain with Justin Trudeau to prop up the Trudeau government to ensure that there was no support, like read funding, for decarbonization initiatives in the energy sector, which Rachel Notley asked for. And they also made a condition that Justin Trudeau actually do this just transition thing. So you've got on one hand, Jagmeet Singh, the leader of the NDP, basically saying, Canadian energy sector and Canadian energy sector workers, like, we don't want this industry. And then on the other hand, you've got Rachel Notley, who went out yesterday and was like, oh, I actually hope to get some funding from the federal government on this, which is not the same message at all. So that type of a message, and if you click on the article and read it, it presents a huge problem for Rachel Notley and the NDP. And I lay out exactly why this is a problem in great detail with links to all this information in the article that is linked in the video description. Now, I'm going to ask you to read it, but I'm also going to ask you to subscribe to that newsletter when you read it for two reasons. First of all, you know that the social media platform you're watching this on chooses what you see through its algorithms. And by subscribing to that newsletter, I'm trying to put out information so that you choose what you see, and it's not some other social media platform doing that for you. And the other reason I ask you to subscribe to this is because we know that Justin Trudeau has tabled legislation that could allow the government to censor certain social media feeds, like potentially this one. We don't know, right? And also, social media platforms have suggested that given some of this legislation, they might entirely pull anything that is deemed to be news. So I don't know what that means, and that's why I'm trying to write more articles for you. So click to that link, please click subscribe, share this video as well too so we can get the word out, and also share the article if you can. The other thing that's in that article that I tried to lay out for you is why this is such good news for Justin Trudeau and bad news for Rachel Notley. I don't understand how Jagmeet Singh can't see the negative politics of this situation, because not only has he essentially propped up the Trudeau Liberal government, this announcement might allow the Trudeau Liberal government to eat his lunch in terms of siphoning off NDP vote and potentially preventing left-wing vote splits. It makes no political sense to me, so it's not great. Anyway, I break down this whole analysis. I spent a bunch of time looking at different angles, getting some research for you. It's all in this article in the link in the video feed. Read it, subscribe to it so that I can ensure that I can stay in contact with you regardless of what these social media platforms or the Trudeau Liberal government does. Share this video so we can get this word out. It's really interesting politics. And also share this article, but share this video, and the article. But yes, please subscribe to the newsletter. Please have a read, and then come back into the comments on this video and let me know what you think, or if I've missed anything in the analysis as well too. Really interesting and crazy politics happening, but it's all about you. and we need to make sure that workers in Canada have rights and hope for the future. Working hard for you. Have a great day.